no problems with leaving it muted for way too long this time. Alright. Well, excuse me. Welcome back, everyone. Quick recap. On your way from the village of Farkim to Ithemel, you had some unfortunate encounters with some spectres who didn't seem to like your presence, as well as discovering the beginnings of some sort of goings on with some awakened trees who were disrupting an elf logging business, it seemed.
My internet sucks.
Travel was slowish through the woods. You opted to follow the river rather than travel through the heart of the woods itself. Eventually making it to this elf city of Ithemel and meeting with the lady of the city, Lady Verona Erlen, who's in charge of the city.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
You alright?
I think my internet keeps dropping out.
Okay, well, we'll persevere as best we can.
Sorry if it does.
That's right. So, you find yourselves on the the beginnings, about to be offered some sort of quest, adventure, favour, something like that, to earn the trust of the lady of the city who...
I can't hear what you're saying. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
I'm going to just turn off my internet and then turn it back on again.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds, sorry. And back on. Did you not? Did that not?
Hello?
Okay. I hope that works.
Yeah?
Yes, you are not crackling anymore.
Excellent.
That's a good sign.
Well, I was just running through a brief recap of the last session, and you find yourself on the precipice of being offered a job to maybe earn some favour with the lady of the city. Doesn't really seem to think that highly of you at the moment. So we should dive right in. Yeah, you've arrived in the city. You're currently still in this barracks where she came to meet you, having denied you entrance to the city as a whole. It's one of these very sort of wooden buildings hidden among the trees, very much ingrained into the nature of... yeah, so... so yeah, you're all there. This Lady Verona is there, and she's had some discussions with Styx mainly. He's been quite vocal about things. She doesn't seem to really approve of any of you guys, and doesn't really like any of you guys just yet. But yeah, she's willing to offer you a job. So, I have a job for you, if you will. You've already encountered the difficulties my logging business is facing. There seems to be some sort of malevolent spirit messing around. If you felt so inclined, I'd happily offer you some small amount of service for it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I will offer you some gold up front, and you can keep anything else you find along the way. I just wish to know if you can provide me with some information about what's going on here.
Yeah. I mean, would you actually need?
Oh, well, I need to find out who's animating these trees and causing them to kill good, hard-working elf workers.
Is this part of the person you were referring to earlier? The she that that you won't talk about?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't remember that. So she'll snap her fingers and there'll be like a little puff of smoke from her hand. And in her hand it will be like this green sort of almost spherical jewel. And she'll hand it to you and say, this is sort of this dim light sort of glowing inside and sort of currently sort of wafting fairly aimlessly. But she'll hand it over to you and say, this will help you avoid getting lost. The woods can be misleading at times.
Okay. I will take that. Thank you.
Okay. Other than that, you're like, I suggest you start with those trees you came across. It's as good advice as any as I can give you, and don't hurry back.
Okay then. Wait, did you say you'd give me gold up front?
No.
Yeah, you did.
Upon completion, I will offer you some gold. Yes, I will offer you some gold so you know what you're getting upon completion.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I will give 50 gold to each of you for this.
Okay. I'll take that.
Yeah, Styx will sort of turn his nose up at it. It's like, nah, not really for me. And he's gonna just sort of head on out on his own. He'll just sort of turn around in that very sort of Styx manner and flounce off.
Flounce.
Yeah.
I'll take his money then. I'll have 100, as it was going to begin with. I didn't hear a no.
What do you know?
Yeah.
And she'll point a finger at Michael, who's been very quiet and not really said a lot at all. Just saying, you could probably stay here, human. You look like you could do with. Well, I'm sure the guards can ensure you're well provisioned before they send you on your way. And he'll just sort of say, thank you. Yes, yes, I'll need to work out where to go.
I'm going to look over at Neo and just be like, you're getting 100 too now.
It was never really on the cards that Michael was going with you, so.
I know, but.
Oh, you're going to try and persuade that one at the end, are you?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, what would you like to do?
I will head back to the tree place then.
Okay.
He said that was a good place to start.
Okay. So you and Neo start making your way back, back out, and as you sort of like you turn to leave and you grab yourself one of the guards will the lady will sort of like snap her fingers and just like point at you and just like go with them, make sure they head in the right direction. And I'll sort of nod over like, hello, all right, I'll show you the way. Can't have you wandering through the city now. Come on. And he'll sort of
Trust me, I don't want to.
He'll just sort of lead you out and lead you on your way and make sure you're headed off in the right direction. You know, sort of 10, 15 minutes or so, and then be like, off you go.
Thank you.
It's alright. And so you're on your way through the woods, trying to locate again these this stretch of river and these trees.
Yes.
Do you want to have any conversations on the way, or are you quite happy?
Oh, what was I going to talk to him about? Oh no!
I don't know.
What was I going to say? I've forgotten. Oh no! Ooh! The horny thing, the horn thing. I was gonna ask him about the like visiony thing. Yeah, I know what I'm trying to say.
That only makes one of us, I'm afraid.
I will ask him about his ram horn things. Just why are they not pokey up? Just wondering. Looks snazzy, but you know.
Okay.
Why?
Do you want to phrase that in any form of actual question? How would you phrase it if you were going to have this conversation?
Hey, those horns are snazzy. Why? Why don't they? Why? Where'd you get them?
This sounds like the worst come on of all time. So you want to ask Neo why he's got different horns?
Yeah.
Okay, it's just sort of be like a bit confused. You know, what do you mean? So he doesn't really understand because.
Do you all look like that? No, the curly whirly ones. Oh, okay, that's cool. Nice. Have you ever seen a dragon?
Let's see how good his memory is today.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yes. Have you ever seen a weird-looking man in a castle thing? Ever?
I've met a lot of people. I don't really remember individuals. At the moment, I'm still.
Ever been in a fight? Like a big one? No, not just a scrap down the pub. Maybe? No?
Yeah.
Ringing a bell?
Yes, it does. It does ring some sort of bell. Yes.
Any more bells ringing?
Why do you want to know?
I touched a stone and I had a weird dream. Don't ask.
A stone gave you a dream?
Yeah.
What sort of stone was this?
It's a shiny one. Got it in my bag.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely didn't nick it. Promise.
Okay. Can I see it?
I mean, if you want. Do you have to promise you won't take it? It's mine. I found it.
I promise.
Okay, yeah. You can have a look at it. I'll get it out of the bag and I'll hold it.
Okay, he'll just like hold it in his hands, trying to like take, like wants to hold it.
I'll let him hold it, but I'm gonna still be holding it.
Just something like, can I just sort of slowly try and like pull away, and like, oh, come on.
Fine. I mean,
he'll take it and he'll just sort of like turn it over in his hands, and I look at it and he'll like rap like a knuckle against it and like listen to the sound that it makes. And let's have a quick. He's doing well today, so. Oh.
It's a bad sound.
Oh dear, he's doing all right until then. And have just sort of like, this is indeed a magnificent stone.
Thank you. That's what I thought when I picked it up from the floor. Nowhere else.
Hand it back to you.
Thank you. I will put it back in my bag before I have any more weird dreams.
Okay.
Cool. That was a good talk. I'm going to keep moving on forward.
Okay. Well, we can just skip to the to you guys getting back to examine the 3 awakened trees.
Nice. Shall I investigate them?
Yes.
Investigation. Oh, I hope. Oh, okay.
Oh, his investigation was better than that.
And we go back to the elf lady now, going, yes, they are trees.
So you sort of start looking around a couple of the trees, and on the ground and things initially, you're not really finding anything. You basically all you can sort of really establish from the ground is that they seem to, they're no longer animated, and they do seem to have rooted themselves. They seem to have taken root again, and they almost have the impression that they have stood there for a very long time because they are quite tall trees. So yeah, you don't really find anything on the base or around the base of the trees.
Can I climb it?
Yeah.
And then investigate again?
Yeah, you can investigate amongst the branches. Make an athletics check to climb the tree.
Oh god, I'm going to fall out of it, aren't I? Yeah.
Okay, it's not the easiest climb, but Neo can like give you a little boost, and you manage to like get up and just sort of sit. You're not able to like get like to the edges of all the limbs, but you're able to just like sit amongst a couple of sort of the thicker lower branches.
Cool. Can I investigate from here now?
Yeah.
Yay.
Make an investigation check with advantage.
Why do I suck? Oh, I get advantage. Hold on. Oh, that still sucks. Oh, well.
There you go. That's a 13. That's alright. You managed to find or spot hanging sort of high up in one of the branches an amulet. It seems to be sort of this sort of wood carving sort of on a piece of like string, like hanging. But you can't quite reach it or make out anything too much on it at the moment.
Can mice climb?
Yeah.
Awesome. I am going to ask Arlo to climb and get it.
Okay, so you get this tiny mouse out of an inside pocket, and then what do you do?
Yes. I cast Beast Bond.
Establish a telepathic link with one beast that you touch. It's friendly to you or charmed by you. The spell fails if beast intelligence is 4 or higher. Until the spell ends, the link is active. While you increase the life. Okay, I mean, I can't imagine the intelligence of a mouse is more than 4, but I will just check. Under M for mouse. Oh, for some reason, it doesn't appear in the monster manual.
Wait, mice aren't big scary monsters?
No, there is a set of miscellaneous creatures at the end, so it might be that. No, they're things like cultist and assassin.
Oh yeah, my mouse is definitely a cultist.
Alright, let me just check the player's handbook. That also has some miscellaneous creatures in it. I mean, I'm 99% sure that a mouse is not going to have Mastiff, Mule. Doesn't have mouse. But seeing as pretty much everything else has an intelligence of 1 or 2, I'm going to guess that a mouse also only has an intelligence of 1 or 2. So yes, it is a beast bond is successful.
Yay! Go get that thing up the tree.
While the link is active to beast. Yeah.
I think
Beast can understand your telepathic message to it, and it can telepathically communicate simple emotions and concepts back to you. Okay, so you get Arlo out, you establish this telepathic link with Beast Bond and convey your wishes, and you just get sort of back this faint like glimmer of understanding. He understands what you want. He like, jumps off your hand and like, scurries up, and there's this sort of like gnawing sound as he like chews on the string to like break it, and then it like drops. Make a dexterity check to try and catch it. 13. Yeah, you managed to catch it as it sort of drops to the ground, and you managed to catch it. And then Neo will sort of be on the ground. It's like, what have you found?
I don't know. What have I found?
Okay, so you found what looks to be some sort of amulet. It has a series of runes carved around the edge, yes, it's got like a couple of like a series of runes carved around the edge, and then like a couple of other like larger runes in the middle, in sort of like the center of the ring.
It's an amulet thing with runes. Would you like to hold it and see if you know what they mean? Or do you want me to?
Yeah,
I don't know
you can
anything.
make an Arcana check to see if you can work out what any of these runes mean.
I have no idea.
Yeah, neither of you are like wizards or sort of big spellcasters, so you don't really have a big like grounding of knowledge in magic and things like that. So you at best guess you're like, well, it was hung in the tree and the tree came alive, so maybe. But other than that, you're like, I don't know. Maybe it's just a good luck charm that someone put up there, and it just happened to be there. Maybe it's got nothing to do with it.
I'm going to jump down and then look up the other trees to see if there's anything up there.
You want to investigate the other trees? Go for it.
Yes. Investigation?
Yeah.
Oh, why am I so bad at rolling?
It's alright. Neo got a 13, so...
Okay, that's good.
So he'll sort of like, oh yeah, I think I see one in that one, and maybe there's one up there as well. So like, yeah, so you think you can see 2 more in each of the other trees, or 1 in each of the other trees, 2 more total.
Do you think we should get the other ones down, or do you think 1 is enough to investigate with?
They'll sort of look and be like, I don't know, maybe, in case they come back again. I'd rather
Good
just
idea.
leave them where they are.
Oh wait, you want to leave them?
No, leave like don't want the trees moving again.
Oh yeah, go and get them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will climb up a tree.
Okay, that's another athletic check then. If you're going to climb the tree.
Oh, I'm
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
you can scramble up and down those trees in no time.
I backflip up the tree.
You backflip up. That's more of a dex acrobatics check then if you're going to backflip.
I mean, actually, no, I won't say what I was going to say. Nope.
Okay.
Not on a string.
Alright. So yeah, you're able to climb up those trees, no problem, and grab both those amulets. And they look very much the same.
Cool. I'm just gonna put them in my bag.
Okay.
Just in case.
Alright. So you've got those amulets from the trees. What else do you want? Is there anything else you want to try and find?
Can I just do like one more look around just to see if there's anything around?
Yeah.
Just gonna oh no, that's intimidation, not that.
Intimidate the forest into telling me.
Tell me.
Yeah. So you and Neo both sort of your attention's been focused on these trees, but now you've sort of got these amulets out. Like, well, what do we do with them? And so you sort of cast your eyes around, and you're able to spot some form of like footprint or track leading into the woods where you saw these things emerge from, and you can start to follow them.
Yes. Are they big tracks or like?
Yeah, they're sort of
small,
like scrapey drag tracks. So you're confident these are from the trees rather than from people.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll follow the tree tracks.
Alright. Well, make a survival check. Wisdom survival to see.
Oh my god.
That's okay.
Christ.
Neo rolled an unnatural 20.
Whoa.
The ranger rolled a 1.
Yeah, I did.
So you start making your way through the forest. And as you're walking, these trees, they sort of seem to get... It's sort of reasonably late in the day now, and a lot of the light is starting to be blocked. It's getting quite dim amongst the trees. You start to sort of, your vision starts to get a little bit drawn in, and you start to wonder sort of how many hours are left in the day. It almost feels, you almost sort of get this sort of like prickling feeling on the back of your neck as though you're being watched, and you at the end of this sentence. So you sort of, you've just got sort of this prickly feeling on the back of your neck, like you're being watched, as the light starts to fade. And these tracks get sort of harder to follow, and they're less distinct, and they almost don't seem to make sense, as sort of in some places they seem to roll, like the sort of scraping, stepping marks seem to like almost disappear under existing trees, which is like, well, how would you step there? There's a tree there. So it's almost like...
Those trees are... Can I check the trees?
Yeah? What do you want to check the trees for?
If they've got weird things up them, up the trees, just to make sure they haven't moved.
Yeah. So you can investigate the trees. 15. You don't spot any like emblems or symbols of magic.
Okay.
The gem you were given by Lady Verona, this sort of swirling light within, sort of seems to be steadily pulling towards one edge of the glass, sort of back to the way you've come. So you get the impression that if you wanted to find your way out, this would be helpful in doing so.
Oh, okay. So it's telling me how to leave, not where to go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Are there still more tracks like in front?
You sort of start to lose the tracks a little bit, and as the sun starts getting down, it gets quite dark. Off in the distance, you can just sort of see a light gently glowing from a campfire.
Ooh, we'll sneak up to that, just in case it's bad people.
Okay, make a stealth check.
That's better.
You've done all right. You've got decent dex. Yeah, so you wander over and sort of keeping back in the bushes and things like that, moving quietly, placing your feet carefully to avoid sort of dry sticks and patches of leaves, things like that. And you get up quite close, and what you see is it's actually quite a large fire. You realise it was a little bit further away than you thought, and sort of suspended over it are these sort of three sort of like big spits with three things slowly rotating on them, and sort of sat down, sort of just turning this like single like handle that turns all three of them. This is a figure just sat down in a hood.
Is there anything on the spit?
Yeah. So there's three spits, and each of them has like a form on it.
Oh God. Hold on. No, I've got nothing good. Can I look at what's on them? Can I see what's on them? Or
yeah, you can make a perception check to see if you can figure out what's on them.
Perception.
Yeah, these three shapes they're sort of blackened and burned, but they're all distinctly humanoid.
I don't want to get eaten. What else is there? Is it just some person?
Yeah, there's just
one and a fire.
There's just one guy with like a sat down, with like a hood up. You're sort of approaching, sort of not directly behind him, but like slightly off to the side, so you can see, you can't. Okay. He's got his hood up, so he's like in profile to you, so it's hiding his face.
And there's no like camp. It's just a fire and a man.
Yes.
Okay. Do I keep going? Or can I ask Neo if he thinks we should keep going? Or
he'll sort of, okay, so you like turn to ask him a question. You're like, well, we need somewhere to stay for the night.
I don't think this man roasting humans is a good place to stay.
True, but maybe I don't know. Maybe we can befriend him. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should just go a long way away from here. It's full night.
Okay.
Neo is going to be. I'll tell you now. Neo is going to be infinitely indecisive about all things.
Okay. I was just making sure.
You know, there might be some times where I use him to give hints and stuff and use him to help you out. But on a lot of things, he's going to be like, well, it could be one thing, but it could also be the other. You know.
Okay. I'm gonna try and sneak past.
You just want to sneak past him?
Yeah, I don't want to get eaten.
Okay. So make another stealth check.
Stealth. Oh no.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, so you two have sort of settled for a bit, and as you like go to head out, you've sort of been whispering, having this discussion. You maybe got a little bit agitated. So as you go to place your first step, there's just this classic crack from a broken twig, and his head sort of like snaps around, like, "Who's that?" And his sort of hand like goes and like draws a sword. It's like looking around, hasn't like perfectly spotted you yet. It's sort of looking in your general direction, just outside the pool of firelight. And he's sort of, "Hello, anyone?" And as he like turns around, you can see that this figure has sort of a couple of like bandages, like sort of wrapped around his arm, and maybe like one around the thigh of his leg and stuff like that. And he looks sort of, you can now sort of see as he turns in the firelight, he's looking pretty ragged. He's got sort of a few rips and patches in his cloak. You reckon maybe it was once blue, but it's now sort of a faded grey. It's sort of dirty around the bottom and stained and things like that. So, is anyone out there?
Good evening. Don't worry, I'm nice. Please don't hurt me. I don't want to be dinner. Do not fear. Don't have any weapons.
I mean...
Don't. In my hands.
Oh,
Do
okay.
not...
I thought you were saying, I don't have any weapons, says the one with a bow. Okay, so
I'm going to feel like, I don't have any weapons in my hands. Please don't hurt me.
So you like step out from behind the tree?
Yeah.
Okay, and so it's like, as he sort of sees you, he like recognizes you as an elf, and he's like, oh, okay, that's all right. I thought it was more of those things, and he'll sort of wave his sword at the like sort of slowly like barbecuing or like charcoaling now things on the fire. And
What were those?
I don't know. They seemed half man, half plant.
Oh god.
They sort of came at me, and sword didn't seem to do much until I put fire to them.
Oh,
And then
we have no fire.
Neo will like step out, and he'll be like, "Whoa!" and like pull his sword again. What are you?
What? That's no way to talk to people. This is a progressive society.
Are you some sort of demon? Neo looks sort of quite affronted. This is like absolutely not. I don't know, actually, to be honest.
Don't say that. He's a friend. It's fine.
He'll just sort of be like, "You don't know?"
Ignore him. He's going through it. Like,
it's like, I know I'm a tiefling. Does that help? A tiefling with those horns? Never seen a tiefling with curly horns before. I should be like, what do you mean you've never seen a tiefling with curly horns before? Every tiefling has curly horns.
dude, we need to have this conversation later.
I don't think they do, son. They just sort of give you a look. It's like, I see what you mean about all up there. Subtly just like,
Yes. Those things that came and attacked you, where were you? What were you doing? What happened? Tell me.
Well, I was just minding my own business, picking mushrooms, and one of them came shambling at me.
Shambling?
Shambling. They're not very quick, but, yeah, as I say, they didn't seem too bothered by the sword until I got the torch out and set fire to them. Screamed like bloody murder, though, and now you see, they brought down some friends.
Fair enough.
I'm Reginald, by the way.
Oh, hi, Reginald. Can I call you Reggie?
My friends call me Reggie. Yes, you can call me Reggie.
Thank you. Cool. I'm Arwen.
Nice to meet you, Arwen.
That's Neo.
It was just sort of wave. Feels quite awkward now. So doesn't know what's real anymore. Also, sort of been called a demon.
Yeah. Yeah. What's around here? Are you from here?
Oh, bells. I go where my feet take me.
Oh god, it's like sticks. Not another one.
Sticks. Sticks and stones, as they say.
Oh no.
Yes, so have you got any food? I'm afraid I dropped all my mushrooms trying to run away from these things. They just kept coming, so in the end I thought of, well, I put paid to them in the end, but it wasn't easy, just sort of like gesture his arm and his leg, these sort of dirty bloody bandages on them.
Oh, I'll give you food. Just another question.
Yeah.
Quickly. Which way did they come from?
Oh, I don't really know. I got right turned around, trying to get away from them. Probably sort of that way, and he'll gesture off, sort of perpendicular to sort of the way you've been coming. Maybe, or was it that way? Pointing the other, sort of almost indirectly the opposite direction. It's like, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you.
Please come sit down.
Oh, excellent. Cheers.
You look like some strapping folks if more turn up in the night.
Yeah. I don't want to fight any more trees. Thanks. I have no fire.
Well, we have a nice big fire. I was hoping to meet a friend. He quite likes mushrooms, but I haven't seen him for a few days. I hope he's not one of these. Actually, no, he won't be one of these. He's too small.
Who's your friend?
Well, I don't actually know his name. But
where did you? Where did you
he's
meet
quite
him?
friendly. Oh, so I've sort of met him a few times. He comes and goes. Always gives me a good chat. Well, I never really do understand what he's saying.
What does he say?
Oh, well, he's this sort of short green fellow that just sort of goes, "Bah!" I guess that means something to him.
He's my best friend.
He's your best friend?
Yeah. No, second best friend,
Second
sorry.
Best friend.
Second best friend. My mouse friend is my first best friend.
Ah, right. A mouse friend?
Oh yes,
you have a friend that's a mouse?
This is my mouse friend.
You don't speak to your mouse, do you?
No.
Does your mouse speak back?
No.
Well, that's alright then. Talking mice. Dangerous business when the mice start talking to you, I'll tell you that. And they eat all the cheese.
Oh god. Okay. Where were you going to meet him?
Oh, I have no idea. He just comes and goes as he pleases. But it's always nice when he comes, and well, I give him a good listening to, and he gives me a good listening to, and even though I don't understand all that he says, somehow I feel better.
Same. Okay. Yeah. We'll just sit by the fire.
Yeah, you guys can just sit down and sort of while away sort of the rest of the evening until you sort of feel like going to sleep.
Cool.
Do you want to set a watch?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You're gonna take.
I'll go
first, second, or third.
I'll go first.
Okay.
As well.
That's a wisdom perception check then.
Perception. That one. Haha. I am perceptive.
Yeah, you are. Alright. So as you're sitting there, Reggie and Neo, sort of, they lie down next to the fire. These sort of three figures slowly just sort of crumble and charcoal off the spits and sort of slowly collapse, feeding the fire. And yeah, the night gets quiet around you. The fire sort of slowly dims a little bit. Maybe you get up a few times to just sort of grab a little bit of extra firewood and things like that. But generally, it's pretty quiet in the forest around you. As a ranger, you'd be used to hearing the sound of, animals like shuffling about, sort of, maybe bats and things, sort of the soft flap of their wings, maybe a few nocturnal animals sort of scurrying around in the undergrowth. But you don't hear any of that. But there is a distinct amount of sort of what sounds like leaves blowing in the wind, without there really being a justifiable amount of wind for it. It almost sounds like you're in a strong breeze, but there's barely a whisper of wind about, and even then it's not blowing constantly. But other than that, I'm now being haunted by something. But other than that, your watch passes uneventfully. Yeah.
Oh dear. Okay.
You pass your watch over?
Yeah, I'll pass it to whoever. Neo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Neo will take the second watch, and you can go off to sleep.
Yay!
You wake up in the morning.
That's good.
It was always good to wake up in the morning. And Neo's asleep. The fire's burned down almost to ashes now. Just a few sort of warm, glowing embers left. And no Reggie.
No Reggie. He ditched us.
Yeah. But you do notice there is a small pouch on the ground, or like not like a pouch, like it's just a small like leather wrapping around something.
Can I go over to it?
Yeah.
And take a stick and open it with the stick.
Yeah. Inside is like a small flute and a little note.
Okay, I'll take it out.
Okay. So you can add hand-carved flute, if you like.
Lovely.
Or you keep that in
yes. Flute.
Yeah. There's a note, and it just says, "Arwen and Neo. Sorry about calling you a demon, Neo. Got to dash. The important things come up. Enjoy it. Hope you enjoy the flute. I always find music cheers me up."
Flute. Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Well, I'll put that in my bag, all of it.
Yeah.
And wake up Neo.
Yeah. Yeah. So as soon as you wake up, you have your morning, you have your breakfast, and sort of finish your preparations and things like that. Recover any HP you were missing, spell slots, all that sort of jamalam.
Ho ho! I can use my token to animals again.
Excellent.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall we keep going in the same direction, or is that a bad idea?
Well, you know what the stories say, the scariest thing is always the deepest, darkest part of the forest.
Let's go there.
Okay, so you head off. You start making your way through the woods again. And even though you know it's morning and you can tell the sun is up, the trees are very densely packed together. And what I meant to do was put you on this page for some ambience.
Ooh.
So yeah, the trees are sort of very densely packed together. There's a lot of moss and things growing around, and as I say, even though you know it's the morning's getting on and the sun's coming up, it doesn't feel like it's getting that much lighter. There's this sort of gloom all around you. Yeah, and so you continue making your way through the woods. Make a survival check for me. That's a 17. All right. So as you're making your way through the woods, you're quite seasoned at woodland travel, but Neo is not, it seems. And he sort of, while you are quite comfortably sort of skirting brambles and ducking under branches, he's sort of floundering behind you a little bit. Sort of, his robes are sort of getting caught. He sort of can just stop for a minute and like tug them free, and like he's then like sort of looking the wrong way, and he'll like catch his horns, and they'll sort of like snag in like a low-hanging branch, sort of like pulling off a couple of leaves or something. And as you make it through, you eventually you come to a very, very dense, so dense in fact that it forms a wall, this line of trees which sprouts up in front of you. And yeah, it forms this solid, sort of pointing out from the wall are some branches, but where all the trunks meet, they sort of meld together to form this. You can make out the individual trunks as they sort of become the rounded parts, but they do seamlessly like blend together to form this long continuous wall.
How tall are the trees?
They're pretty tall, sort of 50, 60 feet, something like that.
That's a bit high, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite tall.
I want to climb it.
Okay. You can try and climb it.
Bad idea. What should I...
Roll an athletics check to try and climb the tree. 6. It seems like these branches coming off they're pretty like dense, and although they give you a really quite good set of handholds, they're sort of tightly knit and close cropped together that once you get sort of up above sort of 6 or 8 feet, they almost form like a net above, and you can't push your way up any higher.
Okay.
And so you just have to sort of give up and drop back down to the ground.
Can I look at my ball of green dust or whatever it was?
Yeah, this sort of green gem with this glowing sort of misty light in it.
That's it, mist.
Yeah.
That's the word.
That's pointing sort of back away, sort of. Maybe like,
okay.
If let's say you've been travelling north, this would be pointing sort of south-ish.
Okay. Let's go right.
Okay. You make your way off right, and it seems quite apparent that you're skirting quite a big area. The wall seems relatively straight, but you can make out a distinctive curve to it, so it seems to be going around something. And eventually you make your way through, and you end up in this sort of small clearing, and there seems to be a door within. There's a very large tree, much wider than any of the others, and in the base of it there seems to be the shape of a door. And the tree has grown wide enough to accommodate this door within its width.
Is it like an intact door? Does it look nice?
It's a very plain door. There doesn't seem to be any. You can't actually make. The only thing that seems to signify it as a door is just how different it is from the tree trunk. It is most definitely a door. It's smooth and highly polished on the front, but without bark on it. It's not growing any moss either, like some of the trees around it. And there seems to be a sort of carven face on it, again with almost like a figurehead with with like a knocker as well.
What kind of a face? Just a face.
Yeah, just a Just
Okay.
a face.
Can I try and open the door?
Yeah. So when you reach for the door and sort of try and reach for like where a handle would be normally, and try and push it open, the face, like the eyes open, it's like, oi, what are you doing?
I'm gonna open the door.
Gonna open the door, are you? Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door. Yeah, I'm gonna open the door. What are you gonna do?
Gonna
Stop
keep
me?
the door shut.
Oh. I'm gonna try and open the door.
The door
Again.
doesn't open.
Why won't you open the door?
Because you haven't answered my riddle.
Oh, Christ. Okay, go on then.
Go on then. Go on
Yeah,
then.
go on then.
No respect. No one appreciates the riddle anymore. And everyone thinks they knows it. Everyone's like, oh, I know this one. Yeah, it's a man, innit? It's like, no, that's the Sphinx's riddle. Stupid git, the Sphinx. It can go anywhere it likes. Wandering around on its feet. No respect for us doors. Doesn't understand what it's like when you've got to sit. How would you like it if you had to go anywhere, sit here and no one to talk to?
Oh, that's a shame. What's the riddle?
Alright. A box without hinges, key or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid. And it's all like pulls this like quite smug face.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Can you say it again?
A box without hinges, key or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid.
Oh,
I'll type it out for yourself.
Oh.
Box without hinges, key or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid.
Hinges, key, lid. Okay. Inside. A box. Treasure. This might take some time. Arwen's going to sit on the floor cross-legged.
Okay. Neil sort of glasses up, talking to the door.
What's Neo talking to the door for? Why is he not using his head?
I was just starting to chat with the door, right? Unusual places. He's like, yes. I've been here for years. Years. I was so lonely. It was nice to have company again. Although they went inside and never came out, so...
Oh. Awkward. Okay. Can I have a hint, Mr. Door?
No, you were rude.
Okay. Okay. A box. It's a box. But it's not a box. Just a box. Let's... a golden treasure.
They were just sort of standing there, sort of looking around. Bird sort of lands in a tree nearby, and the door sort of looks up. It's like, "Oi, go away, you!" Sort of, like, you know that thing that like guys do when they're sort of like about to square up. They sort of like cut their head.
Yeah.
If a door could do that, it would be. Like, yeah. Sort of. Bird just sort of flaps down, sits on his head. It's like, go. Door starts sort of like, head starts like twitching. Bird just like pecks on his head. Ow! Neo like, actually I'm going to make a check for it. Yeah, Neo just sort of like grabs the bird and just like releases it into the air. Go back to your nest. Leave the poor door alone.
That's so cute.
Polish the door's head. So, thank you. You're a nice lad. I like your
Really?
horse.
Can you give him a hint? Please.
Is he
I
with
said
you?
please. No. Different human. Don't know.
Oh, I
Don't
think
know.
he
Don't
might,
know.
but make a deception check. It would be mighty convenient if he wasn't, wouldn't it?
It's very convenient. Like, it's just like random. But he's nice. He polished your head.
Yes.
Yes.
He was nice. You're a nice lad. Polish me head again.
Then no, stop polishing his head until he gives us the answers.
I won't give you the answers. I'm a
Just
very
give us
respectable door.
Yep.
If I just gave you the answers, I might get relegated.
To
Might just be a
what?
trapdoor. Then have people walking all over me.
Ooh. Scary.
Bird comes back. Just like, ah, no! Bad bird. Go back to your stupid nest.
I need someone to give me a hint because I'm not getting it. We might be here all evening.
Yeah, see, this is a problem with riddles when there's only you here. Like, I thought Ben might be here as well, and you'd have some, like... I thought Ben was going to be here as well, so you'd have the opportunity to banter backwards and forwards about it.
Yeah.
Alright, roll an intelligence check for me. I'll do the same for Neo. That's a natural 1 with a -1 in intelligence for Neo.
What the hell is intelligence?
Oh,
that. I got it. Haha,
14.
I'm clever.
This bird seems like you've seen no animals in the woods, in this portion of the woods until now. So the fact that this bird is here and pissing off the door quite a lot seems to you think might factor in somehow. The bird might be important.
Bird. A bird box.
The door sort of looks at you. A bird box. Sort of like, go on.
Yeah, bird box. That's yeah. Is that it? Am I right?
What do you find in a bird box?
Eggs.
The door doesn't clap, it hasn't got hands.
The knocker of the door just...
The knocker of the door just knocks itself. And it's like, well done. It was nice having someone to talk to. And the door sort of just swings back and you can enter.
Oh. Yay. What's actually through this door? I ask as I'm walking through the door.
The door seems to have gone silent. Like, it seems to have just frozen again. It's not moving.
Oh, how rude! He scratched your head for this.
As you like go in, the door like shuts behind you, and you sort of think you hear the faint sound of a raspberry being blown on the other side. So you go through the door, and you find yourself in this sort of short. Well, quite long tunnel, but it's got quite a lowish ceiling. It seems to be woven from tightly knit branches, giving it a sort of a greenish glow from the light outside. And not a long way inside, the sort of the mossy floor turns to nice orderly flagstones. And then with a little pedestal, and on the pedestal is a little book. And then ahead of that, these square flagstones change to a hexagonal honeycomb pattern. And each of those ones seems to have a rune carved on them.
Okay. Can I look at the book?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you can just examine the book, and it's got a lot of handwritten notations. So the book is quite old. Some of the pages are quite faded, and the notations seem much newer. And they all say sort of things like "stupid," "that's wrong." I mean, the answer is definitely death, but the book is wrong, not me, and that sort of thing. And so as you flick through on the first page of the book, there is a drawing of the door with several runic notations around it in what you think might be like spell work or something like that. But they're sort of runic notations with regular mundane notations next to them. There's also, as you sort of flick through, there's some pages that seem to be like sort of dates of a diary and stuff like that. So sort of each one sort of has a date and then a little, like, just a couple of sentences and stuff like that. And then you get sort of a little further way through and you find a drawing of what seems to be this floor in front of you. And underneath the drawing of the floor, there's another inscription. This one says, "What is always in front of you but can never be seen?"
Air.
Okay.
I just shout air.
Okay.
Ooh, or tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I'm just shouting words until something happens.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Oh,
Nothing happens when you shout the words.
Oh, the runes on the floor. Can I read them, or is there anything in the book that has them? And words?
They do seem to be in Elvish, so you can read them.
Okay, cool. What are the first line of letters?
I'll be honest, I couldn't be bothered to work it all out and draw it out.
Cool.
So, if you ask me if something's there, I'll be able to tell you whether or not it's there.
An A.
Yeah, there's an A.
A T.
There is also a T.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna die. How many letters are there?
There seems to be 6 rows. So 6 rows deep. And then there's sort of they sort of weave backwards and forwards, so there's sort of 5 or 6 in each line as well.
It could help if I could spell.
You've got paper, write it down.
Now I have paper. Now I can write it down.
I'm glad to see you're taking notes.
Absolutely. They're all in my head, it's fine.
Of course they are.
I don't think that's how I spell that word, but sure.
Okay,
what's always in front but you can't see it? Was that the thing?
What's always in front of you but can never be seen?
Always in front of you but can never be seen. Oxygen. Etna? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, is there an O?
Yeah, I really should have worked this out. Would have been better if I had.
Sorry, I've really complicated this more than it had to be.
Sorry, it's my fault. Really. I should have done that. Then I could have made. I guess I just didn't really want to put the effort into making a map.
That's fair.
Well, I did find a program actually that makes it nice and easy, so maybe. Anyway.
Okay. What's in front? But you can't see it. Your nose. No, you can see your nose.
Yeah. Fun fact: you can always see your nose. Your brain just deletes it from your vision.
Oh yeah. What's what's always in front? What is in front? But you can't see it. Light? No, you can see light. No, it's not always light. The sky. No. You can see the sky, idiot. Days, hours, time. Time? Life? No, that's... what am I... I'm going mad. Okay, I'm just going to try standing on a T.
Okay.
See what happens.
Stand on the
For
T.
the funsies. Yeah.
Sort of, there's a sound of static, and you get zapped, and you get like pushed back off the tile.
Not that one.
Take 1 lightning damage.
Cool. I'm going to step on an O.
The same thing happens when you step on an O.
Excellent. Right, I'm out of ideas. I'm just going to turn to Neo and be like, you want to help at all?
Like, can you read these?
I can read it all. So what's in front of you, but you can't see it? It's always there, but you can't see.
Another riddle.
Another riddle.
I was never good.
Love riddles.
Never good with riddles. Oh, Neo is never good with riddles.
Oh no, he needs to be good with riddles. Maybe he could just think of a letter, just the first letter, like, oh wow.
So you've already stepped on T and O.
Yep.
Alright. I'll roll. There's 6 letters in the first row, so I'll roll a d6 to decide which one he stands on.
Okay.
He steps on the letter A, and he takes 1 lightning damage.
Okay, it's not an A. Okay. Okay, I've got the hit points. What? I'm going to step on another random letter that isn't O, A, or T. What's the next one I can stand on?
Okay, in the first row, I've quickly written this out.
Excellent.
You've got an F, a Y, and a P.
F, Y, P. Okay. Oh, I knew this. It's the future, and I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I thought this probably would have been better if I'd gone to the effort of making it so you could have seen it.
I said tomorrow. I was this close. And then I went off on a tangent about the air.
No, it's kind of on me for not putting the effort in.
No, it's fine. That was fun. Right. I got it. I will move.
Alright, so you go and stand on the F?
Yes.
You take one? No, you don't. You can stand on the F just fine.
Please don't make me spell the word.
I'm going to make you spell it, yeah. Where do you go next?
U.
Correct.
T.
Yeah. Got 3 more letters.
Wait, 3 more letters.
Yeah, F-U-T.
U.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a U. E-R.
You going for E next?
Yeah.
You take one, let me know, and you push all the way back to the start. Unfortunately, Neo's been following you, so he's now stood on R, and he jumps to you, and he's like, "Where now?"
What did I just say?
You said E.
R.
Which one's that?
And then, oh Lord, yeah, that what the one next to
you
it.
You can point it out to him.
The one next to it.
The R is a little bit of a jump. It's sort of the U sort of off to the left, and he's got to sort of jump diagonally to the right. So while the other ones you've just been able to sort of take a large step or like a small skip, this one's actually sort of like a substantial. You've got like a step, and then you need to make a substantial jump. So he's jumping for it. He jumps for it. He lands on it, and he just sort of falls and it's like sort of, and then falls forwards and then puts his hand down to stop him, and he's like, yeah.
So the E isn't.
Puts his hand on the wrong one.
Oh God.
Puts his hand on. Actually, no. Let me roll it. Let me roll a D8 to see which direction he puts his hand down in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He puts his hand on the wrong. He puts his hand back one, and lightning sparks up his arm, and he's sort of magically pushed off again back to where you are.
Okay.
So
do I need to?
So you can get all the way up to you, and then you just got to make an athletics check.
Okay.
Oh, actually, hold on. That might not happen because I think he's got proficiency. Yeah, he's got proficiency in athletics, so that doesn't happen to him because I forgot to add his modifier. So yeah, he lands on R just fine. Yeah. So he's still on the R because he doesn't know, because he can't read. So he's like, where next? So you can point to the final letter.
E.
Yeah.
R,
so
E.
you can just step onto the E and walk across, and then you can make the jump to the R as well.
Cool.
And then step on the E and make it across.
Well, I learnt something new today. There is a U in future.
2 U's in future.
2 U's in future. Damn it.
Note to self, don't give spelling-based puzzles. The 21-year-old hasn't mastered it yet.
No. Give it a few more
21-year-old
years.
who did English A-level has not yet mastered how to spell.
Nope. Not yet.
All right. So you sort of make your way through the rest of this tunnel. That's the wrong page. I want to be on that one. And eventually you come out in this clearing.
Oh no.
That's and in the center of it, there's the ground is sort of boggy and wet, and you guys, if you want to place yourself on the map, like in the bottom left. To look down.
Ooh, that's
Down
the
where I
wrong
put Neo.
thing.
Oh, come on. That's
Where's Neo?
He's down in the bottom left.
Oh god. Hold on, I need to zoom out. Zoom in.
Oh, that's a bit small.
I am tiny.
In fact, Arlo the mouse.
I was Arlo all along.
The real Arlo, the real friends with the Arlos we made along the way. Okay, so you enter a clearing, and there, in front of you, sort of the ground gets sort of squelchy and boggy, and you can sort of hear the rush of water, and it's, you know, you've sort of been in this sort of gloomy green tunnel, and as you step out, there's this sort of bright light above you, and previously, when all the trees have been growing very close to each other, there's this big clearing, and there's this one tree in the middle of this pool, and it just goes up and up and up and up and up and up, and it is this huge tree with branches spreading all the way out, covering across, you know, to the far expanses of the clearing. It just disappears up into the canopy. It's there on the map. It's, you know, it is this black blob, but obviously I didn't want to have the whole thing covering it, so I've just got the like cross section of the tree.
Cool.
And sitting sort of on one of these like exposed roots where it like curves through the water and then like buries down again into the ground. Way up above this like section up here is like sort of raised about 10 feet, so the water's like flowing, and then again sort of like around here it's like a 5-foot drop into these pools. There's this sort of beautiful sort of ethereal looking sort of drow with like leaves in her hair and stuff like that. She's sort of got these she's got these very long silvery hair, this sort of dark purplish skin, and these sort of, you know, sort of leaves like again like woven through her hair, sort of tied onto her clothes, and these sort of long, sort of floating, sort of almost weightless looking, sort of greeny, pale, very pale green, like wispy robes.
Okay.
She doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Okay. I'm scared. I will walk forward, and can I climb up this rock? This one?
Yeah, you can get there, and it will sort of
Yay!
come behind you. And so as you sort of get up on the rock, so sort of look over and go, well, what have we here? Visitors. She's got this sort of staff in her hand that you can see she's sort of just resting across her knees. Isn't that lovely? So rarely get visitors. Come to surrender, I suppose.
Oh, why would I surrender? What am I surrendering from?
Well, you've come to join me, obviously.
Why? For what? To do what?
Because you know I'm right, dear. I can see you're a little bit elvish. Not sure who you've brought with you, though. Seems a little bit unsavoury. You know, sort of Neo stood in the back, sort of in, you know, mail and armour and stuff, and you're sort of there, you know, sort of a bit more natural in like leathers and things like that. It's like, well, those elves are so uppity of themselves. And they have no respect for the forest. I've decided that I need to put them in their place and sort things out.
Oh, you're the tree lady.
My name is Tanilla.
Oh.
Not tree lady. That will be Mistress Tanilla to you.
Okay. Mistress Trinilla. Trinilla. Ah. Anyway.
She's just gonna like frown at this. Yeah, and she'll like wave her hand, and the water like around the pool in front of you will like sort of reach up and slap you.
Oh, I mean, okay, fair enough.
She'll sort of give you this look, you know, like quite a sort of smug look. Like, anything else you want to say? I'll try that one again, bitch. Doesn't actually say that, but.
Oh, why not?
She would never lower herself to using such vulgar language. She is superior to you.
Oh, I don't think so. I want to ask her, why are you setting trees on people, making them
They have no respect for the forest. The number of trees they plant just to cut down is a disgrace, I tell you. Trees should have to be grown. Look at this mighty specimen. How many years has it stood here? How many ages has it seen?
I don't know, 10?
Yes, the answer is indeed 10.
Cool. Would you prefer them to just cut down the trees in the forest? Is it not good that they're, planting their own to grow, and then instead of taking all of the normal trees?
Why must any of the trees be cut down? The time used to be when we elves would sing shapes from the forest. Anything we desired could be had purely through the song in our voices. We could sing trees into the shape of beautiful houses, sing bows right out of the arms of the yew itself.
But isn't that like cutting down a tree?
Cutting down? I've never cut down.
You're going to take off the bits of the tree.
No, you sing them out into a new shape.
Yeah, but you're still taking from them.
The tree only gives what it wants to give when you sing to it. If your song does not please the tree, then the tree will not give you anything. And this is why it is the purest form of magic. It's an exchange. You pour your life, your magic into the tree, and the tree gives back.
Okay. Nice. That's nice. Do you mind not trying to kill elves?
Well, they're going to have to go unless they can learn proper manners, I tell you. And I don't expect my servants to speak back to me so much either.
It's just, like, they don't like it when you kill them.
Well, I don't like it when they kill my trees.
That's fair. I get that.
Sort of starts arguing with you. She starts getting a little bit more agitated, and the water sort of starts, like, it's just sort of a few ripples. She'll sort of, like, on the end of her sentence, she'll sort of, like, stamp her foot, and then, like, the ripples will, like, run down.
Don't slap the messenger. I'm just here to tell you.
To tell me? I thought you were here to join me.
Oh, I mean, how'd you do it? I'm intrigued. I might join you if I knew how it all worked. Sounds interesting.
Okay, so she'll start, like, sort of singing, like, sort of softly, and so in, like, a language that you don't understand. Although you occasionally sort of catch, like, a couple of words that seem like they could be Elvish. It'd be a bit like if someone was speaking, like Latin and they threw in a couple of words of like Old English and stuff in there, you'd be like, oh yeah, I think that's a word, but you'd like get a little patches of it. And all around you, all throughout the area, there these sort of little like toadstools and like brightly coloured funguses sort of start popping out of the ground. And and so they're sort of, a couple of them are sort of glowing faintly with some bioluminescence and things like that. And then sort of after a few seconds you'll stop and be like, you see, one must speak the language of the forest. And then you pour yourself into nature and nature blossoms.
It's very fancy. Can I do it?
Do you speak the language of the forest?
I doubt it.
Sing to the forest and see what happens.
La la.
when you attempt singing, nothing seems to happen.
Oh.
Just look over and you're like, well, I suppose if you don't have the gift, well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I can always teach you, as long as you're a faithful servant and serve me well.
Oh,
I'll have no upstarts, I tell you.
Servant? What do you mean by that? Like, what do you want me to do if I hypothetically, maybe, perhaps, did join you?
Well, you would do my bidding.
Ooh.
Help me get rid of all these pesky elves and turn the forest back to nature as it once was.
How much gold would you pay me?
Gold? I have no use for gold. I have no use for any metals.
I turn back to Neo and just go, the 100 gold sounds better, doesn't it?
And just sort of look up and he's like, yes, I don't like the idea of her killing more people. I mean, I respect trees, but respect nature. But, they are only trees after all. We need them to survive.
A bit quieter.
Yeah, he's sort of like whispering quite quietly, and he's sort of still behind the rock. It's just a tree's just a tree at the end of the day. She's killing people.
True. I'm gonna just turn back to her and just say, look, I don't think I've got the gift. I'm sorry. It was really nice to meet you. Please stop killing people. And I will ask people not to cut some trees down. How's that? What about that?
Ask. I tried asking. I pleaded. I begged. No, it didn't work. I doubt it'll work now. This is why I will unleash the trees upon the elves. Let them be slaughtered by the nature they pretend to love.
Okay. Oh, I'm torn. I don't really like elves. I wish I could. I really do. But my friend here, not on board. And also, I'm not doing it in the name of trees. I've got my own vendetta. Don't need this. There's a lot of baggage. Just, yeah. I'm going to have to stop you there.
This whole sort of conversation seems sort of been barely looking at you, sort of looking around, almost as if the conversation is not really happening for her. Yeah, pretty much. And then when you say no, she her eyes snap down to you. It's like, well then, if you're not with me, as they say, you're against me. And she'll raise her hands and some of the mushrooms on the ground will start twitching. And what you hadn't realised before is some of these mushrooms are in fact figures, and they start like sort of breaking away and sort of pulling themselves out of the ground, and there's these sort of humanoid figures covered in like plant growth and moss and fungus and sort of prise themselves, like almost a little bit like in Pirates of the Caribbean when the crewmates have become part of the ship, they've become part of nature, and they like prise themselves out. I think that'll be some initiative. Also, we can plow through if you want, if you're happy to continue, or we can take a break if you want a break in the middle.
Up to you. I do not mind.
Alright, well, I'm happy to just crack it on.
Yeah?
Yeah. So,
cool.
Give me some initiative rolls.
Oh, that is the first terrible initiative I've ever rolled.
That's not great.
Kind of glad I don't go first, though. I always go first.
And then Neo last. All right. So first it is Tanilla's turn. What's the area of that range? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So she like raises her arm, and her fingers sort of almost wreathed in like ethereal vines, and the entire area around you grows these like vines and shoots and like grasping nettles like shoot up from the ground and start like trying to coil around your legs.
Nice.
And so like the whole area underneath your feet, sort of like in like 100-foot radius around you, becomes this like overgrown like tangle of plants. It's become very difficult terrain inside there. So if you want to move, you have to sort of like try and slog through. It's going to take you 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot. So you move at quarter speed in this tangle of plants. It's going to be the whole area around you, except for there's going to be like a little bit like in this pool here, sort of like between these 2 points and between the trunk of the tree, sort of in front of her. There's still going to be like nice pristine water.
Wait, which part is the pristine water? Sorry.
Let me freehand a. I want the color. Nice vibrant green. So it's going to be like this section. It's like in front of her. It's going to be like clear.
Okay.
I need my book of monsters. Yeah. So then the zombies, as it were, are going to make their way towards you. Except she's kind of skewed herself. What is a zombie speed? Zombie speed, so they can only move. They can actually only move sort of 5 feet towards you. So this one sort of like tumbles off the ledge and just sort of falls down, and then this one comes up behind you. But they're like straining, like scrabbling to try and like wade through this really heavy terrain. That's all they can do. Arwen, your turn.
Okay, what movement? How much movement did you say I could have?
You have a quarter of your natural movement.
Okay. When can I dash? Can I dash?
Dashing is actually, that's a good point. I forgot. So the zombies are all going to dash as their
No.
action. So they'll just get an extra movement. Thank you for that reminder. Yeah, so dashing is an action, and it doubles your movement, basically. But if something is difficult terrain, it's still difficult terrain. So you have your normal movement of 30 feet.
I got 40.
You have your normal movement of 40 feet. And then if you dash, you'd have an additional 40 feet of movement. Oh yeah, that's right, because you're mobile. Does the mobile feat give you anything for difficult terrain?
When you use dash action, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement on your turn.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means.
So yeah, you can dash as an action.
Mm-hmm.
So you can move. So you have on your turn, you have action, bonus action, and movement. Those are the three things you can do. You don't always have a bonus action, and sometimes you don't want to move. Like Tanilla hasn't moved because she's quite happy on her perch. So you can do what's called dashing as an action. So if something was really far away, then you could do that. Or if you've got something that allows you to attack, like Aramis in our other game, is a rogue, and so he can dash as a bonus action, and so he can attack normally and then dash, or something like that.
Okay.
So it's up to you what you do. But yeah, you've got. I'm also just going to move you so you actually
sorry.
In a square. That's all right.
What shall I do?
So you've got 40 feet of movement but in difficult terrain you've got 10 feet.
1, 2. There, I can go there. That's cool. And I'm going to get my daggers and. Ooh! Hold on. I am going to do Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
That's terrible. What?
Hunter's Mark is something you roll when you hit to deal extra damage.
I knew that. I didn't know that. Thank you.
So you cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. It's a spell.
Okay, well that's my... And I'm going to use my daggers and pow. This thing that's there.
Alright, roll to hit. That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
But I can do it again, can't I? So I got the 2. Haha, that must...
that hits, yes. You've got multi-attack, yes.
Yeah.
As a cool... Okay, so that's 4 damage. Plus, and then that's where you roll your Hunter's Mark when you hit with an attack.
Do you want me to roll it again or just take the 1?
Yeah, rolling it.
Okay. Ta-da. I mean, that'll do.
Yeah. Hunter's Mark is a concentration spell as well.
Yeah.
So if you get hit or you take damage in any way,
I'll have to
you have to make a check. You just have to make a check to see if you maintain concentration.
Cool.
But you can't you can cast another spell. So, for example, if you had your Hunter's Mark, you could cast. What other spells have you got?
I have Cure Wounds.
You could cast Cure Wounds or Beast Bond. Again. But you couldn't. But if you had something like Spike Growth, you couldn't cast that because Spike Growth is also a concentration spell.
Oh, okay. So I lose my concentration stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Only if you.
The whole thing, or just for that one?
So it's a concentration spell, which means that you're effectively always part of your mind is focusing on maintaining that.
Yeah.
So you can cast another spell as an action, like Cure Wounds. You can be Cure Wounds. But if you cast another concentration spell, you lose concentration on the first spell. So Hunter's Mark in this instance, and then you start concentrating on Spike Growth.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. Okay. So any bonus actions?
Do I have any more movement?
I think you've moved 10 feet.
Yeah.
No?
Okay. I think that's it then.
Okay. Neo will pull out his glaive, or his broken glaive, as it were, which he's using like a sword. He'll try and hit. That will hit, and he will deal 1d8. He will hit it for 6 damage. And yeah, that'll be all for his turn. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put him there. He's already hit, so it doesn't matter. But I'm going to put him there, so he's got flanking advantage. And we go back to Tanilla, who's just a range on that. 120 feet. Okay, so she will cast. She casts a spell, and both you and sort of around you and Neo, this sort of glowing luminescence appears. Sort of this 20-foot cube around you, and you're both. Oh, actually, can you make it? Sorry, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Yes, I can do that. Haha, I am dexterous.
Yeah. Neo needs to make a dex save. That's a natural 1. Neo fails. I think the zombie's got to make one as well. Any creature. Yeah, any creature. So what's a zombie's dex? -2. So that's going to be a fail from the zombie. So the zombie and Neo. So this sort of flash of sort of fiery light illuminates this 20-foot area, and you're sort of nimble enough that as these sort of lights appear, none of them seem to attract to you. But both Neo and the zombie in front of you seem to be glowing with light, sort of dimly, like they're casting sort of an illumination around you.
Ooh.
And then it will be the zombie turn again. So these two are just gonna dash up, and the zombie in front of you is going to turn and strike at a glowing Neo. If I can find my other dice, because it's rolling with advantage. Nope, neither of those hit. So even though this sort of the glowing lights almost cancel each other out, blinding each other, and Neo sort of raises his glaive to block this sort of aggressive zombie swing. Successfully blocked. And that's your turn again, Arwen.
Okay, I am going to do the same as before.
Yeah.
And try and hit the thing.
That hits.
Cool. Okay, I've got lots to do here. That.
Roll damage, yeah. Now roll Hunter's Mark.
That.
Yeah.
And also I need to roll that. Is it that?
I don't know.
Yes. Because I am doing that thing.
Plus, creature takes an extra 1d. Okay, so that is 10, 13.
But I can do it again though, can't I?
I don't think you can do the extra
Not
D8.
No, not the extra D8, but I can do the...
Hold on, I need to... Right, I just need to make a saving throw for the zombie. Good thing you dealt so much damage to it. This is a difficult save. Ah, the zombie drops dead, being neatly dispatched by your two, well, one of your flashing daggers and strikes out, hitting a critical point, and this is sort of spray of sort of fungusy moss as it falls to the ground. And what's the dead symbol? That's the dead symbol. Okay.
And I want to move away.
Okay.
Just slightly.
Yeah.
Well, I can only go 10 feet, so.
Okay. Neo is going to... Is that everything on your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're... So, Neo is 30 feet. How can you do half?
Well, it would be half to 15 and then halved again to 7.5. So I'm just going to round it to 10 because... yeah.
That's fair.
Although I suppose technically actually it should be 5. Which meant he should only have been able to go to there, because you'd round down to 7.5, which you'd then 7.5 would then round down to 7, because you always round down in D&D, and then 7, you'd round it to the nearest like whole 5, and so you'd round that to 5. So yeah, he's only got 5 feet of movement because he's only got 30 feet.
Fair enough.
But yeah, is that everything on your turn?
Yes, sorry.
Sorry. Neo will attempt to like struggle his way towards the next one, and then it's back to Tanilla. She will. What's the range on that? Actually, does she need to do that? No, she does not. So she's good. So Neo stops glowing. And as she like raises her arm, and these sort of spectral spikes sort of shoot out from her arm, and these like twisting like thorny vines sort of it's almost like she throws them, and as this sort of spectral like vine disappears into the ground, then all these other in and amongst the tangled already the overgrowing and tangled ground, it's like these vines all start sprouting like spikes and things, and so, like these vicious like brambles start appearing, and like hawthorn and climbing rose and all sorts of that things with nasty vicious spikes on it. And I will draw this shape for you if I know how to remember. It's Alt to draw circles, isn't it? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's right. That's that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That's roughly a circle. That'll do. And so this whole area, just sort of place it sort of centered on you guys. This whole area becomes this mass of like thorny vines, and the whole while the vines are there, she's sort of like looking at it. She's got her arm out still, and it's almost like wreathed in this like glowing viney light. So it's almost like got her arm outstretched towards you the whole time. And then it is Le Zombie's turn. This one will dash 10 feet. This one will also dash its maximum distance. And as it's sort of moving through, it's not going to pass the wisdom check to see. Oh no, why is that guy? To see if this is closed terrain, is it? No, it's not, because it dumb as fuck. So as it moves through, its legs all start getting torn up by these vines. That's not a D4, that's a D8. There we go. I think it's 2D4. Just check. Spike was, yeah, 2D4. And so his legs start getting like torn up by all these spikes and things.
Is that only when you move? If you stand still, are you fine?
Yeah. So that's like as it moved through, like it was like pulling through these vines.
Cool.
It does notice the area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. So now, like, oh, I'm not dealing with that amount of difficult terrain. Fuck it. I can't bother to do the maths on it. Yeah. So. It's sort of like it's shuffling forwards and it's like getting torn apart by all these brambles and vines and things that are like tearing through it. But it doesn't seem to bleed, where it's sort of like its skin tears open, these like spores seem to come out.
Nice.
And we go back to you, Arwen.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god. I should have counted this before. 1, 2.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to. How far can my bow shoot? Can I just shoot it from anywhere? I don't really know.
Your bow has 2 ranges. One will be the normal range, and then there'll be a larger number, which is the range with disadvantage.
Oh, 100 and...
It should be something like 150 by 600.
150, yeah. What?
So 150 is the normal range.
I'm closer than 150, right?
Yeah, you can hit it with the normal
Okay,
range.
okay, that's fine. Cool. Right, I'm gonna try and hit her bad lady.
Okay.
Oh.
That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Neither does that, unfortunately.
I suck. Cool.
Well, you just sort of you fire these arrows, but it's almost like you can't set your feet in this like twisting mass, and so as you shoot, you're just slightly off balance, and your 2 arrows just sort of sink into the tree behind you, and you'll sort of turn and look at the arrow, and you sort of like her eyes will seem to like glow a little bit brighter, and just sort of hiss at you a little bit almost. I think you'll like rip them out and like snap them.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You shot nasty steel arrows into her lovely tree.
She put thorns around my ankles.
Yes, but it's nice natural plant thorns.
She's mean.
I don't know what you mean.
She sent fungi men for me. That's not a word, but I made it a word.
Indeed. Right, Neo's turn. If that's everything, Arwen.
Yes, it is.
No movement?
No, I don't want to get hurt.
Okay. Well, Neo kind of has to, so he'll use all his movement to move up, taking some damage as you go. Ooh, that's quite a lot of damage for Neo. That's quite a lot of damage for Neo. But he will try and hit this. That'll hit the zombie. And as you see him like raise his sword to strike, it seems to channel this sort of glowing light comes down his sword, and seems to have a bit more power to it. And so when it hits the zombie, it sort of recoils almost. It just sort of shrieks at its hit. While I filibuster, while I work out what the damage is. Yeah, melee attack. You can spell one. So that's okay. So it's 48 plus 3. So 12, 17. That's 18 damage he deals. That was on the moved. Oh, that he can't. Can it make the saving throw? This zombie can. It can't. It's a natural 1 on the saving throw. This zombie is awesome. So he just raises his sword with this glowing light, and he just carves straight down, and this thing is just split like a log from head to groin, and then just these two halves just sort of slough away. Again, releasing this sort of cloud of spores. And that's everything on his turn. So we go back to Camilla. So we concentrate on that. So for the time being, she's just going to stand there, and she'll sort of walk up and stand on top of this, and she'll be like, "Are you ready to give up yet? I can call off my children at any time."
No.
Neo just sort of coughs a bit and shouts something in a language you don't understand. Sort of coughs as the sort of spores are like he breathes in some spores, and just shouts something sort of guttural. But you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
Very well. And she'll just sort of go and sort of recline again on her sort of amongst the branches. Zombie's turn. Zombie don't know shit about spikes. So what's it got? It's only got dashes. That's 10 feet of movement, so that's 7 and 3, so 10 damage to the zombie. Oh, and your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot her again.
Okay. I probably should have said she's got a little bit. Never mind. She's got a little bit of cover from sort of this pile in front of her, but you're able to cleanly arc it up and over.
Okay, right. One thing.
4.
2 things. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that was terrible. Oh, well.
5.
And another thing. It sucks.
8.
Oh, well.
8 damage. As you hit her, the vines sort of still glowing around this arm. Flash and flicker, and then they fade completely.
Can I shoot another one?
Yeah, you can shoot again.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that'll hit again.
Ooh. Can I use my hunter's mark again? Like, can I
I
roll
think
it
hunter's
again?
mark is whenever you deal damage. So.
Nice.
Oh, you do. Sorry, one thing about your hunter's mark is you put it on a creature, and when the creature dies, you shift it to another. You can shift it to another one as a bonus action.
Okay.
So the first zombie has died. So let us assume, because we both forgot, let's assume you've shifted it onto her, so it's on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's, oh bloody hell, that's 15 damage.
Hee 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 hee.
Okay. Neo's turn. With this sort of struggle, and he's going to use his action to dash to get sort of out of this this net of vines. What's that? 5 damage to Neo. So he's out of the. Oh no, the spike's gone, so he doesn't have to. So yeah, the spike's gone, so he doesn't have to use actions. So he's just going to sort of push forwards, and then he like raises like a glowing hand and sort of presses it to his chest. And you sort of start to see sort of like some of the tension leaving him, and some of the like cuts on his legs, like the bleeding starts to stop on them, and things like that. As he recovers a little bit of health.
Nice.
And then it's back to Tanilla. What's the range? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so she's gonna 5, 10. And then it starts to get difficult, so she can like come and stand on the edge of this. The edge of this. Actually, no, she's not going to do that. She's very badly hurt. She's actually going to drop down into the water. You sort of lose sight of her, and you hear a splash. But she sort of on this side. She like takes some cover, like so she's now completely hidden from you.
Oh.
And there's this sort of slight glow from behind. That is going to go. That's 12 plus. Okay. There we go. Zombie's turn. Zombie can move through difficult terrain to get to Arwen. And goes to like slam down on Arwen. That is a 9 to hit you.
Nope.
Okay. So it just sort of like goes to slam at you, but it's still sort of unsteady on its feet after this like difficult terrain. It's sort of rushed in, but it can't quite hit you. You sort of nimbly like dodge out the way with its like slashing, like, grasping hands. Your turn, Arwen.
Okay. I'm going to use my dagger on him.
That hits.
Cool. 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 Oh, that sucks.
5.
Oh.
Okay, so do another 5 damage.
And then I'm going to try again.
That hits. 5 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Neo's turn. He'll like have to make an athletics check. Yeah, that's no problem for him to just sort of climb up this waterfall. And just slowly moves in. Tanilla's turn. She's just you can't see anything that she's doing at the moment. She's still like ducked, like out of sight. Yeah, and so he's nothing. You don't see anything. You don't hear her doing anything. You don't see anything at all. And then Zombie will try and slam Arwen. That is a 14 to hit you.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that hits. Alright. That is 7 bludgeoning damage. As his hand finally these hands like sort of slime bits finally slam down together, and this is like a meaty impact on like the side of your shoulder, and your arm sort of starts to go like, a little bit numb. So I have to shake it to get some of the feeling back into it.
I hope he doesn't move. It's dagger time.
Alright. Your turn. Go for it, Arwen.
Ha!
That hits. Roll damage. 6.
Oh, why? 1 again.
7. Okay. Let's see. Alright, you hit this zombie and it looks like it goes down, but as it's on the floor, it just rises again. That hits.
I want this thing to go away.
5. Okay, you knock the zombie down again. But it rises once more.
Really?
Yeah. I've no idea. Well, this is the thing. Zombies have a thing called undead fortitude, which means if reduced to 0 hit points, it makes a Constitution saving throw of 5 plus the damage taken, unless the damage is radiant or from a critical hit. On a success, the zombie drops to 1 hit point instead. And I kind of like the idea of zombies sort of being this unkillable undead that rise again and again.
I'm gonna keep killing it until it dies.
You're gonna. Do you want to say anything? You can call for help.
No, I'm just gonna be. God damn it! Stay dead.
Okay, as you say that, Neo will look around and sort of see that this zombie has, like, as you're striking the zombie, it's just not going down, unlike the other ones. It seems quite hardy. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright, he will break off and sort of try and jump over these rocks and sort of use his action to dash towards you. But he doesn't get very far because of, again, this sort of difficult terrain. Actually, I'll say the rocks. Yes, the rocks would be difficult to try and. Yeah, okay, fuck. Okay, I won't make it more complicated for myself. Okay. So that's what he does. Then Tanella will reappear, standing on her pile of, standing on sort of the end of this arm of sentence that I'm coming up with, and it's really good. This root, as it does so, it sort of curves up, standing up and just sort of surveying the area. And she'll sort of makes a motion with her hands, and sort of this sort of like dark sort of smoky orb flies out towards you, but it doesn't quite it sort of just fizzles out sort of around here before it can quite reach you. Seems like she doesn't have the range, and she's not really realised it yet. She sort of just stands there looking down at you. So the zombie will try and attack you again. That is a 16 to hit.
Oh, why? Yes.
That is 3 bludgeoning damage this time.
1, 2, 3. Ooh.
I declare I've done more.
Okay, is it my go?
It is now. You're going.
Right. I want him to get
there you go.
down.
That's a crit. That'll do it.
Stay down.
You don't even have to roll the damage. I mean, you can if you want, but these are
What were the rules?
The rules were you do max damage plus the dice damage again. So, what's your modifier on your dagger? it's +3 from your dex. So it would be 1d4 plus 3 is 7 plus another d4.
11.
No, you roll that second d4.
Oh, you want me to roll a d4?
Only if you want to actually deal the damage. You don't have to. Like, it's definitely dead. It's just a question of
1.
so that would be 8 damage total.
Plus, I can roll a d8 anyway.
You can if you want. I would allow that to, so that would be 5. I mean, that is technically dice damage, so.
I mean, is he dead? Yes or no?
I mean, he is absolutely dead. And it says you may do a ruling now on whether or not that Colossus Slayer counts for dice damage on crits. Until the future. That's future Jade's problem. So yes, the zombie is most definitely dead.
Good.
Pounded and sliced into mulch at this point.
Excellent.
Anything else on the turn?
What counts as a bonus action?
It really depends. Like a lot of things, some spells are bonus actions and stuff like that. Offhand attacks are bonus actions.
Oh no, so it's an action. It's fine.
Yeah, if you want to dash, that is an action. So you just move left.
I'm done. I'm good.
You're done?
I'm done. Yep.
No movement?
Has the weird thing gone, or is it still only 10 feet?
It's still difficult terrain.
Okay.
But it's no longer spiked.
Spiky. Okay, I'm gonna go 1, 2. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. Am I hidden there?
Yeah,
I'm like,
you can get
right next to
cover in there.
Okay, that'll do. Yes, I am in cover, and yeah. Ow.
Okay, I just need to find something. Find an icon. One sec. This will take me just a moment, and I meant to do it beforehand, but I forgot.
It's okay.
Here we go. Okay, so Tanilla will look very disappointed and sort of raises her hands and out of it shoots sort of out of the ground. So out of the ground pop these bears plural. But they're glowing with sort of an ethereal fey light, these bears, and the same light is glowing in Tanilla's eyes as these bears appear.
Oh.
So yeah, there are four bears to deal with.
Right.
So she's standing on this rock with her arms like out as these bears sort of like ghostly appear out of the ground and then sort of solidify. So the light is like glowing in her eyes as her arms are out.
Okay. Wait, whose go is it now?
It would be the zombies, but they're all dead, so it's your go.
Okay. Okay. I want to cure my wounds.
Okay.
You
can cast Cure Wounds.
Did I just click this? I don't know. No, that's... Oh, wait, hold on. What's my spell casting ability modifier?
That's Wisdom. But if you're casting Cure Wounds on your character sheet, you should be able to click on it where your attacks are located.
Oh. 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 Yes?
These bears who have appeared, sort of, two of them as guards. There you go, so you've recovered 5 hit points from that.
Cool. Wait, yeah. Do I want to move? That's a good question. I will go 1, 2. Here. I'm still in cover.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Neo will he'll like turn to look at you and sort of reaching out a hand towards you, sort of pointing at you, and this sort of glowing light, this sort of soft blue light will extend from his hand and sort of surround you and then fade, and it'll also surround himself and then fade as he casts Bless on both of you.
What do?
Bless gives you 1d4 to any attack roll or saving throw for the next minute.
God, I get so many rolls. Hold on, I need to write down what I have to do.
It's just so when you roll to attack, you can roll a d4 and add that to the attack. So if you say you rolled a 12 to hit, you could roll a d4 and make it like a 15 to hit or something.
Oh, on the first one.
Yeah, not damage.
Oh, okay.
It's not damage.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
Okay. Back to Tenua. She's just sort of focusing, and she's like, so looks down and says, "You two, eat them." This soft voice is very much turned. She's no longer this sort of yes. And these two bears in front of her start to move through. What's the speed of a bear? It's 40 feet, so they can move
2 squares.
10 feet. Actually, they can dash. So this one will reach here, and this one.
Wait, you can.
So your movement is a quarter. If you use your action to dash, you can move your movement again.
Oh.
You've been using your action to attack.
Okay. I get it now.
And that's all they can do because they both use the action to dash. So it is your turn again, Arwen.
Is this bear up here or down here?
He's currently like up, I'd say.
Okay.
It's only 5 feet. so it's not like it's not impossible to hit him. If you moved up to him, you would be able to hit.
Yeah, why not? Let's have a go. Might as well.
Have a go. That'll hit, yeah.
So what should I roll? What shouldn't I roll?
Okay, so you are custom crit rolls. You do max damage, which is 1d4 plus 3. So you do 7, and then you roll the dice again. So you roll that, roll the d4 again, and add that onto 7. And this is where I'm going to rule that if you want to use your Colossal Slayer and crit with it, then you can.
I can.
Yeah.
Huh.
So your Colossal Slayer is a d8. So it's 4 plus 8 plus 3 plus a d4 plus a d8. So that's 12, 15 plus 6. As your dagger just sort of slashes through this bear's muzzle, it sort of roars and then just fades into mist.
What, the bear?
Yeah, the bear.
Bye.
It's one bear. It just fades completely.
Cool.
Neo will try and attack this one. That's a 19 to hit the bear, so that definitely hits. And that's 6 damage to the bear. Okay. Again, Tanella will he's just sort of surveying the scene. He goes still far away from her. Realizes you're out of range. So to just command the bears. Oh wait, this one is super dead. So just sort of command one of the bears. Go. Go get them. Bring them to me. And just sort of giggle to herself and little sort of flashing. Bring them to me. Bring them here. And it'll sort of jump down and get a little bit through the difficult terrain before it stops. Back to you, Arwen.
Alright.
Oh wait, sorry, no, this bear is just going to move around here as a guard, and this one gets an attack on Neo.
Yes.
Oh, they both hit. Yeah, there's 7 and 6. 7 and 8 is 15. So this bear claws at Neo and then snaps at him, and he sort of takes his rake across the chest and throws his arm up and he sort of clamps his jaws on his arm, and this sort of a lot of blood starts coming out of various parts of Neo. He's starting to look quite shaky on his feet, and his sort of purple skin seems a few shades lighter.
That's not good.
Arwen, your turn.
How many feet is it to get here? That's only 5, isn't it?
Yeah. So
okay, that's fine.
You can get to here if you want.
No, I want to get to here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cure wounds on Neo.
Okay.
Oh god. Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's 4 hit points. Back to Neo. Oh, I forgot actually. You can do this. As the bear hit. Let me read this. No. Sorry, I'm still getting to grips with everything you can do.
That's okay.
Oh, you can do that as well. Where is it? Fuck's sake. I know he can do a thing, I just can't remember how often he can do it. So I'm going to say he can do it on both attacks. So the bear has to make 2 saving throws. What is a bear's dexterity? It is 0. Or it is +0 even. Oh, the bear fails twice. Excellent. So the bear takes 4. Yeah. That takes 9 and 11. So as the second hit hits Neo, there's this like eruption of fire from him, and he almost almost spits fire. But he's speaking, and he's speaking in a language that you don't understand, and these flames seem to jump from his mouth and erupt over the bear. And once again, this bear disappears in a cloud of mist. That's his reaction, I think. Yeah, that might be his reaction, so you can probably only do that once. Fuck it, he's done it twice now. I will have to remind me to look up Hellish Rebuke after this.
What?
Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke. Yeah, that spelling.
Yeah, I should need to make a note of what exactly that is. I thought I'd done that, because I remember looking it up and being like, oh yeah, I haven't got that written down, and then didn't write it down.
It's
so
it's 280.
Yeah, back to Tanilla. I sort of look over and go, fire in a forest. Oh, I'll make you suffer for this. I'll burn you with your own precious fire. And Neo will sort of look and go, doubt it.
Doubt it, can't do it again.
And then this other bear will jump down, and this one will just make a bit more progress up towards you. Now it is your go, Arwen.
Do I want to... Yes. Right then. Does this hit a bear?
It does indeed hit a bear.
Yay! And... Oh!
5 damage.
Wait, no, it's D8. Sorry, did the wrong one. Well, that sucks.
That's worse. 6 damage to the bear.
I'm gonna go again?
Yeah, you're right.
Ha!
That's, oh my god, there's another crit.
That's 3.
3 tonight, so you can't do the D8 again, so it's only 7 plus a D4.
D4.
9 damage to the bear. There you go.
Get wrecked.
Indeed, get wrecked. Oh, it is a badass. Righty then. Is that everything on your turn?
Yeah, there's no point in moving.
Okay, so Neo will run up beside you, pushing his way. Oh no, he can only move 5 feet in the difficult terrain because he's a slow boy. He will just run up behind you. Yeah, you've still got. Oh no, he needs to. Sorry, he needs to make 2 concentration checks for Bless. Yeah, he's fine. You've still got Bless. Yeah, so he will just sort of run behind you and like put a hand. How are you looking? Is Arwen like sort of cut up, or is she doing all right?
Yeah, she's fine.
He will sort of like lean on you and put a glowing hand to his own chest, and sort of this big bear claw across his, sort of like rent his armor, and he'll sort of the blood sort of slows down and stops flowing quite as fast. He heals himself a bit. And then it's gonna be, ooh, how close is Arwen now? 5, 10, 15.
Oh no.
20, 25. Within 30 feet, I reckon. So, Tanilla sort of manifests this sort of smoky, sort of black ball in her hand. And as she tosses it out, it's sort of, you can hear it this time, it's like buzzing, and you can see actually it's not actually smoky, it's like this sort of cloud of like mites and fleas and other things sort of flying towards you.
Ew.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw? Okay, you take 4 poison damage.
Okay.
And you are moved.
Moved?
Yeah, forcibly moved. West. Which direction is west?
That way.
This way, isn't it? You
To the-
can't move
no.
that direction.
That's no.
Well, that's east. Oh, you can't move west either because Neo does it. You don't move. It sort of tries to push you and sort of collide with Neo and end up there. Yeah, I love that. I think that spell is so random because it moves you in a random direction. It's such a weird cantrip to have. Yeah, they sort of, yeah, but then after they like strike you, you sort of feel them sort of necrotic or kind of like trying to sort of poison you. They dissipate again. You're not poisoned, you're just taking poison damage.
Okay, that's fine.
And then the bear is going to try and hit you.
Oh, why?
Bear is going to hit you twice. That's a... What's that? That's a 19 and a 12.
19 does.
19
12 doesn't.
does, okay. So that is on the floor.
Cool.
Where did it go? Oh no. How many dice have gone? How?
What have you done?
It dropped on the floor and it's over there. Fucking hell. This is the bloody ether. Nah, I'm out, man. It's like 6 feet away. It's not, it's only like 3 feet away. Still. 6 slashing damage, I think.
Oh,
Or is it
good
piercing
lord.
damage?
It doesn't.
It's 6 damage. 6 piercing damage from its bite attack. And that's your turn.
Cool.
This
What?
one moves up here.
Oh, Christ. What shall I do?
Which was the bear that you eviscerated? It was that one, wasn't it?
I eviscerated all. Oh, that.
You destroyed that one.
I destroyed that one. He destroyed that one.
That one. Sorry, I just need to remember because it depends which ones are taken. Because that one will take some damage when you destroy it.
Okay.
Okay, so your turn.
I'm going to. I'm going to dagger this bear.
Okay, dagger the bear.
I dagger the bear. I dagger the bear.
Alright, as I was going to say, as the dagger strikes the bear again, it disappears and it just fades in a cloud of mist.
Bye bye bear. I don't want this woman to hit me, so I'm just gonna go over here. I think that'll help. I mean, if it doesn't, oops.
Okay.
Cool.
You can't get to the bear, so it's just going to sort of back up a little bit and try and take a little bit of cover behind this rock as well with you. that's as far as he can sort of move, so he doesn't want to expose himself. Go around the houses again. You're indeed now out of range.
Yay!
The bear will just do its best to get a bit closer, sort of scrabbling again through this difficult terrain. And go back to Arwen real fast.
Do I kill the bear or do I shoot her? I'm gonna get the bear.
You're gonna get the bear? That is the bear.
I get the bear.
9 damage to the bear. Yeah.
And again.
Yeah. That also hits. 5 more damage.
Do I do it again? Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Once per turn.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking about Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You still got Ithemel.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wait, have you taken damage? You have taken damage, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Roll a concentration check for me, which is a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm fine.
You're absolutely fine. Yeah, you still have Hunter's Mark.
Okay, I'm just going to move back again.
Yeah. And the bear can't attack you because you're a stupid mobile person.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Neo will rush in and try and hit the bear.
Please hit the bear.
He does not hit the bear.
Oh.
The bear manages to sort of rear up out of the way. Yeah. We go around again. Danella is out of range. What would she do? She wants to kill you. What's the most efficient way of doing that? Can't do any of that.
Come down and get me.
None of that has... yeah, so she's gonna cast... No, that's constant, that's constant. Yeah, no, so she's currently concentrating, so she's just gonna wait again, and just order the bear, and the bear will attack. 2 attacks on Neo. Oh, they possibly both hit. What's your AC in here, your AC is 16. Yeah, they both hit. Be in trouble, my friend. Alright, let's handle these one at a time. So that's 1d6. That's 5 damage. And then that's 2d4. So that is another, that is 9. Oh, as this bear swipes Neo, he hits the deck and doesn't get up again. Neo is down.
I have no more healing. I can't help him. Oof.
Big oof.
Oh well. Okay.
Have you not got any potions?
I have a potion, but I don't know what it does.
You have a red potion. You have a classic red item.
I mean, I have a potion, and that's it.
Yeah, you have a potion. That's the nice red colour that you often find in games.
Okay. Okay, I will do that thing.
It is your turn.
Is that an action or a bonus action?
It's an action to feed someone else a potion. Just because of the amount of like manipulation you've got to do to, you know, like.
Okay.
You've got to go over there and like pour it down their throat and stuff like that. Whereas it's your own one, you can just like chug it while like swinging a sword or whatever with the other hand.
Right.
So
Get
it's an action
this
to feel.
potion down, you boy.
Okay, it is a potion of healing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
How exciting.
It's just a regular one though, so it's 2d4 plus 2, which is 8 hit points.
That'll do.
Neo, his eyes open up again. And, yeah.
Right, now smack the bear, please.
Wait. Well, he's got to use his movement to stand up, and that's fine because he wasn't going anywhere. And he will try and whack the bear. That hits the bear.
Oh, thank God.
It's physically impossible. Is it impossible? No, he might not kill the bear. He kills the bear, and once again the bear fades as the glaive slices through it in ethereal mist. And as the final bear fades, the sort of the light glowing around Tamila's eyes and her fingertips also fades.
It is her go.
It is her go. She's now quite angry and she's sort of seething. She's sort of standing with her arms at her side, breathing quite hard, and she sort of raises this staff that she's sort of had this entire time not really been using, because I forgot about it. And she sort of like jams it into the ground and like pole vaults off.
Olympic gymnast.
Athletic check, an 11. And she sort of lands with a splash in the water, like quite close, sort of like a bit closer than sort of, a little bit closer than like scrambling down, and she once again like conjures this ball of like insects and throws them in the air. I need to remember what sort of save he makes. It was a constitution saving throw, wasn't it? Pass one to these. Yeah, he's fine. As this sort of cloud goes towards him, he just sort of like swipes her hand through the air and it just sort of like dissipates and you see him around.
Cool. 'Tis my go, isn't it?
It is.
I'm guessing that doesn't hit.
That doesn't hit, no.
Do I still get the 1d4 that Neo gave me, or does that not work anymore?
Constitution. No, he went down, so that would have gone.
That doesn't, okay.
Yeah, he went down, so you can't maintain concentration when you go down.
Cool. I'll try again. Oh, well, that sucked. Cool.
Yeah, that also doesn't hit. These sort of 2 arrows sort of fly like wide of your mark. You're sort of trying to shoot around Neo, so it's a little bit difficult.
Yeah, that's the excuse. I'm just gonna, that's it. That's it, I'm good.
You've got any range? No. He's going to use his last spell slot to heal himself. So he mutters his prayers again. This glowing blue light swirls around his fingers. And he gets 6 hit points back. Okay. Tamila. So she will. Again, like, she's not got much movement, she gets a bit closer. Once again, she's going to try and throw this ball of insects at Neo. He makes the save, so once again, he just sort of waves a hand through the air at it and it just sort of disperses around him. And we move on to Arwen. That doesn't hit, I'm afraid. That doesn't hit, I'm afraid. Again, these 2 shots fire both.
Oh, God. Oh. Oops. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. No. What I'm gonna do, 1, 2. Cool. Okay. carry on.
So Neo will step up to her, and he's gonna raise his glaive once more and roll to hit the mean druid lady. That's it. And he's gonna doesn't have his spell so it's just 1d8. That's max damage on the d8 though.
Nice.
So that is 11 damage. Raises his glaive, brings it slashing down to Nilla's only wearing these like wispy robes, and doesn't even have any protection with growth. It's like slices across her like abdomen. The sort of the pale green starts sort of turning like a dark red where she's been cut. Sort of like sheets of blood sort of like washing down her side. And then she'll like snarl at him. I can't see Arwen amongst all this, so I'm just going to delete some of these dead bears.
Amongst all the dead bears.
Yeah. I mean, they're not actually there because they're like they're not real bears. They're fays, summoning. So just delete those. Yeah. So she'll raise her hands. And they like grow, and so like her fingernails will like grow longer in the claws, and her teeth sort of sharpen and like elongate into fangs. She goes to strike at Neo. 15. Yes, that's a hit. 1d10. What's the d10 on there? That is 5 damage to Neo. So he sort of like claws at him and tries to like bite him with his primal savagery. Just and then like as he sort of like throws her off, she like stands back and she's sort of like panting with the claws like receding and her teeth and her face turns to normal. Arwen, your turn.
I'm gonna try and... Oh my god.
That doesn't hit.
This is just embarrassing. Dear Lord. Right. Oh, why must you be this way?
This is 1 from Hunter's Mark. 5 from the D8. You haven't rolled your D4 yet.
Haven't I?
No, you haven't actually rolled your dagger's damage. At least not on my screen.
No, I didn't. You're right. Oh my god.
9, 10! How would you like to do this?
Oh, explosions, but explosions don't work with daggers.
Unfortunately not. You have not reached the level of exploding dagger.
I don't want to kill her. I want to ask her one more thing before she dies.
I mean, you can do non-lethal damage if you want to say something to her.
Yeah, but like I want her on the brink of death,
okay.
So she can't kill me.
Okay, so you can put her to 1 HP, basically.
Yeah.
And then, because, it's like a power position, so you can just have like, a knife to her for like 1 HP or something.
Yeah. And then I'm going to ask her, I'm going to get the little pendant things out.
Yeah.
And ask her why she used these, if these were hers. Yeah.
Yeah, so she will, I guess this is how some magic is, requires a more arcane bond. When the right words are said, I mean, beautiful trees and trees come to life and, well, they do what they do best, they defend themselves. I may just have to give them a little shove in the right direction, of course.
Can anyone use these, or is it just you?
Yeah, as long as you know the right words, but I'm afraid if you've killed my trees, then they will be quite useless now.
Oh, so they only work on those trees?
They only work once, yes.
Okay. I don't want her anymore.
You can execute her.
Yeah, bye.
Okay. Yeah.
Be at one with the ground. Kapow.
Pow.
Kapow.
Sort of a knife to the throat, and then what do?
Just
cut her throat?
Yep.
Stab her?
Slicey dicey.
Slicey dicey. Alright, and that is how you kill Ithemel, the druid of the ancient tree.
She was being awkward and she wouldn't tell me how to use the magic.
Yeah, this is all like as you cut her down, her staff drops to the floor out of her hands, and it's got this. You notice now up close, it had this glowing red jewel sort of nestled between three the staff is very long and straight, but at the top there's these sort of three wooden points that sort of wrap around it, almost like a wooden hand, but it's like a branch, so they're sort of spindly and holding this gem. There was this lightning, but as she drops it, it just sort of fades as it sort of crashes to the ground.
Can I pick it up? See what happens? Does anything happen?
Yeah, when you pick it up, the voice inside your head just sort of says, well, what have we here? You seem to have defeated my warrior. I hope she would do better than this. You can take the staff if you want. Its power is mostly broken now. It was tied to her, but consider it a gift.
Who are you?
There's no answer.
No. I'm just gonna hit the top, see if anything happens.
What, hit the... So what you holding in one hand, you smack the red thing in the other?
Yeah, I just kind of whack it on my hand.
It snaps off.
No! Oh, well, I put the red thing in my bag.
Things around it, snaps and the jewel falls out.
Okay, well the stick is useless, so I'll throw that in the lake, and I'll keep the red thing just for the fun of it.
That's the bit you want, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I have a staff already. Not.
Okay.
Oh, am I supposed to take the staff, not the red thing?
You can do it, you take whatever you want.
But I can't have two staffs, can I?
No. But yours is you've got a plain staff, haven't you?
Yeah. There's a magic one.
This staff is had this glowing jewel on it.
Oh, I'm taking the magic staff.
And then it's got these vines wrapped, this sort of knotwork engraving of vines going up it.
Oh, okay, I changed my mind, I want it.
And if I'd remembered that this was supposed to be a thing after I mentioned it at the beginning, rather than having her cast all her spells with her hand empty, there would have been a lot more she waves the staff than she just raises her hands type thing.
Ah.
But I'm still learning.
That's okay, I'm taking the staff. I'm gonna throw mine away, and I have a brand new...
I mean, you can keep it for a time if you want.
I want it, it has fun engravings on it.
Yeah?
And... yeah, looks snazzy. I need to stop using the word snazzy.
Alright, we've got ourselves a staff of something or other. Learn what that does at some point.
Oh.
Are you keeping the red gem?
Yeah, that's just going in my bag.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so the red gem, do you want to investigate it at all, or are you just going to do that later?
I'll do that when I'm not stood around fungi men and a dead woman.
Oh, right.
Probably a bit suspicious.
Okay. Well, that's probably a good place to call it.
Indeed.
That took a little bit longer than I thought it would. You did very well, because I hadn't rebalanced that since Ben told me he wasn't going to play this week. So
I am amazing.
I mean, 3 crits.
I know.
That was good.
That's cool.
That was top draw. Yeah, but then also countered by the fact that I think you missed 5 attacks in a row.
Oh, yeah.
After that or something. So
1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
That went very badly.
Yeah, just several back-to-back turns. Anyway.
I'm also pretty sure I've run out of arrows too, so that's fun.